This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. It's the BYU Cougars and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with BYU's head coach. He understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. Going with the counter play here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Hauls it in. Still running at the 40. All out of space. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Back to pass. Working the big fella to the corner. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
On 3rd down, here's Robinson. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen. You set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to pass, it's Bachmeier. Under fire, and down he goes.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. Unleashes one. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball. placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Unloads to the wide out. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Lowers those pads. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. It's complete to the left. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Right on target the first time, now he'll try another from 24 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. The lead now 6 here in the second.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Throws to the tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Lyons. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. BYU lines up quickly. Looking downfield on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man. It's Casper. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Second down, they'll go to the air. They get to him as he throws. He makes the catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Line gets set, first down. He goes right back to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lyons. And he's brought down after a nice gain. BYU with the 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. He wants to throw it again. Lets it fly. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for a man, it's Mateer. He lobs one high down the left side. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play, but if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on 3rd. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. And how about this defense keeping everything in front and making the sure tackle to turn it over on downs? Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Casper. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range, they can take the 3 points on the board.
And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. Has to get there to move the sticks. Ripping through the defense. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
4th and inches, just trusting your offensive line. They're able to get just enough movement at the point of attack to keep this drive going.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. It's complete on the right side. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the ground with the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to...
Touchdown Cougars! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, trusting your quarterback in these situations is huge, and you could tell they trusted him, and he delivered right before the half, the chance to take the lead and take all the momentum.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give on the inside. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. To throw, it's Mateer. Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Powers through. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The offense changing the play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Off play action. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down and a quarterback hit on second down. Got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Sends it downfield. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bachmeier. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And the Cougars moving quickly to the line.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run inside. It's Martin. Might have a chance. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars!
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Unloads it downfield. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Soft spot in the middle. Running wide open down the gut of the field. 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you could string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. He'll bring it out. It's Bachmeier. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. BYU right back to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he throws another interception. His 3rd one of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Mateer. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bachmeier. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Nakua. Breaks into the open. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. The Cougars peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Pressure coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They take over, set up in plus territory, holding the lead after the defense came up with a fourth down stop. He wants to change this route. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Escapes the pressure to his right. Got a wide open receiver. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Huge play puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They send the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Powers through the defender. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he puts through the extra point. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the wideout. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. Now this offense is back on the field. He might want another play.
Booster! Ready, go!
Looking to throw on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Got him, and nobody's close. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Finds his man. Looking for the end zone. point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Coming out with it, it's Buckmeyer. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Dropping back, it's Buckmeyer. Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Lions. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? BYU lines up quickly. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to get it through the air. He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least...
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Runs through a tackle. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your...
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Stepped out of bounds right at the 17-yard line after the pick.
Watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
And they stop him there with a tackle for a loss. And how about the run defense in this football game? A lot of coaches, man, they talk about it. Coming into a game, first thing we have to do is stop the run. Both these defenses so far have been up for the challenge.
Robinson again. Could be an alley. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the 4th quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not, and that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.